we connect all of the dots, and they've got some of the same symbols that go to Baphomet, the Owl of Moloch up here in the Bohemian Grove. They sacrifice children. They do it symbolically now, maybe.
No. I have a source when he was 12, 13, 14 years old who was put in a cage at the Bohemian Grove and with another young boy who was part of their network. And they had a third young boy in there who had been kidnapped, and they had to commit sex acts with him, and then they had to murder him on camera. This is called a snuff film. These snuff films sell for $50,000 each.
I knew Sammy Davis Jr. was heavy into that.
Well, Sammy Davis Jr. admitted he was involved in the satanic. This all goes back to satanic cults. And
he was with Anton LaVey, is that correct?
That's right. In Nebraska in the 1980s, I have sources who I've talked to, and they told me they were part of the network. One of them in particular was used as a decoy in parks, public places, shopping malls, to bring children his age, 12, 13, 14 years old, near the car. They'd kidnap the kids. He'd attended auctions where these kids were auctioned off for up to $50,000 each. He's attended 6 auctions, as few as 6, and as many as 36 children were auctioned off for up to $50,000 each, as I said a moment ago. If you go to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children website, last time I checked, there are 91 Americans who disappear every hour, and it is believed 85 to 90% of them are children. Okay? These children, of course, a lot of them are returned because they're parental kidnaps and so forth, but a lot of them are not returned. And I have investigated and exposed an organization in Washington, D.C. known as the Finders. It's a CIA child kidnapping ring.
Tell them.
I've investigated and exposed an organization in Washington, D.C. known as the Finders. It's an international child kidnapping ring. And these, as I said a few moments ago, these kids sell on the auction block for up to $50,000 each. My source was there, and he was part of the network. He was one of the decoys, used as a decoy, as I mentioned a few moments ago. So this all dovetails. And you give this to the law enforcement, they laugh at you because they've been infiltrated, very basically. Not every law enforcement agency, I'm sure. There's a lot of good police officers out, a lot of good FBI and CIA agents, but it's a fact. Senator or Congressman Kucinich has announced that the CIA has their own assassination squad. What are we doing killing people without